In this episode of It's Scary to Remarry, I'm going to discuss chore fluidity. What's up, y'all? This is Shon Hyneman. I am excited about today's episode because I know what I said in the intro probably threw you off a little bit, but I'm going to discuss chore fluidity. It took me a couple of times to get that right. But what is chore fluidity? Basically, when you think about gender fluidity, you think about men and women not really classifying as male or female. But I'm coming from the perspective of chores in the household. I think a lot of times we kind of assign everyone chores in the house when we get into a relationship or we start living together. And rarely do we really discuss those things. We kind of just make assumptions in what they should be. A man should do this, a woman should do that. But one thing that I've seen in psychology today is, and I talked about this in a previous video, nearly 70% of wives initiate divorce. The number one reason is because of infidelity, but the second reason is because of lack of help in the home. I found that to be quite interesting. So with chore fluidity, I think about we just do what needs to be done around the home, right? Let's just make sure that whatever kind of gaps need to be filled, whether if someone needs to wash clothes or wash dishes or put gas in the tank or clean the cars, some women, yard work, it just depends. I think this is a interesting topic that you can address with someone you plan on dating. I think it's a good question to ask. What are some things that you just refuse to do around the house? I think that's a good question to ask, because if you're dating someone and they say, I don't like washing dishes, and you guys live in together or you get married and, you married you under one roof, now all of a sudden you're wondering why I can't get any help around the house, or why isn't he washing dishes, and there's dishes, stacked sky high into the sink. And you have to discuss these things. What are some things that you don't like doing around the house? For my wife and I realized that we just do whatever needs to be done. I remember one time I was on my way to work and I forgot to take out the trash. And I had class in the morning, so there was no way I was going to be able to take out the trash. And, so that way I won't miss the trash man in the morning. And I called her. I said, oh, I forgot to take out the trash. And my wife, she doesn't do trash. But that night she took out the trash because she knew that the trash man was going to run in the morning and that it was important that the trash be taken out. But that's something that she regularly don't do. I do it. But she did what needed to be done, and I think that's what's important, especially for men. Let's walk around with our head on a swivel, if you will. Whatever needs to be done around the house, let's just make sure that we get it done, because a lot of times I think we put pressure on our wives or girlfriends to work just like we work, but we want them to come home and cook dinner and wash clothes. We want them to do all the extra stuff while we just kind of relax or, chill out and get on our phones or whatever. But that's not fair to our wives or to our girlfriends. So especially if you have kids, start making your kids clean their room. Start making them help you wash dishes. Help them to show them how to fold clothes. All these different things, especially for our young men. You want to teach your boys these things too, because truth be told, some of the ladies out here, they don't be cleaning. A lot of the guys out here nowadays, they almost cleaner than the women. So, everybody got to step their game up when it comes to chores around the house, because once you clock out of work and you go home, you still have household chores to do when you get home, especially when it comes to kids and homework and dishes and bills and like trying to figure out the bills. All of these different things come into play after you punch out. It's almost like you working two jobs, right? But I really wanted to help some people out because this can really be an issue within the home. And if you help take care of home, there's just so much more peace in the house, especially for my brother. So make sure that you help out around the house. Make sure you do the necessary things that's needed, and don't put everything into your wife's hands as far as making sure that household chores need to be done. I know it sucks sometimes, but just do what needs to be done, and you'll have much more of a peaceful home. And plus, the sex might even be better because you're doing more stuff around the house. You give her a little more help, and you can get a little more loving later on. Who knows? But anyway, make sure that you leave a comment below. I would like to hear your comments on this subject. And make sure you hit the subscribe button. Share this video with a friend. I am Shon Hyneman. I'll talk to you soon, people. Take care.